recently went to Vietnam and I loved it, man. I loved Vietnam. It was my first time being in such a busy city. Lots of motorcycles. I never thought I could see that many motorcycles in my life, my friends. It was an experience to witness. I went to the sky deck first. It was a really fun experience. I've never been that high before and see the city that clearly before, actually. After that, I had some pho. Very nice pho. I went to the Independence Palace and it was quite interesting. I think the history behind it, I don't really remember much of it, to be honest. There was some nice scenery there. A lot of people in their graduation robes, I believe. They had flowers and their traditional dresses, which I thought was quite beautiful. After that, I started going to the War Remnants Museum, which I thought was really, really insightful. I learned a lot about Vietnam's history regarding the Vietnam War, especially. I went into the war crimes section, and it was tragic what happened to the villages during the war. I saw graphic images. I saw people who immolated themselves. It was really, really scary. At the time, I was thinking, why are they showing all this history, all these things that reminded people of such a terrible time? But then I realized that history is there so that these kind of mistakes won't ever happen again. I would say that the War Remnants Museum was one of my most favorite parts of the trip. It really opened my eyes to the reality. That's how people used to live and what people went through in the past. Next day, I went to Coochie tunnels, and this place was really, really interesting, actually. Well, first we went to this handicap workshop where they were making all sorts of artistic items, and there were people drawing and polishing. It was a wide range of activities which allowed these people to work and earn money. Afterwards, we went to the gun range. I had never seen a gun before, and from the way it looked like in the movies, I thought there'd be a lot of recoil, but then what I got was a gun stuck to the wall, and it did not move whatsoever. It was hella loud though, don't get me wrong. Even with these earmuffs in my head, I could not imagine how loud it would have been if I had not been wearing them. It was a good experience. It was super duper expensive though. Holy moly, man. I first time's enough. I'm not doing that. We finally arrived at the Coochie tunnels, and I found a lot of big aircrafts just like the ones in the War Remnants Museum. It was quite astounding to see. But the main attraction of the whole trip was going inside the Coochie tunnels themselves, a 250-kilometer subterranean passageways which stretch all throughout the Coochie region close to Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh. Now, one thing that really bugged me was that they apparently made it bigger for the tourists, and I find it kind of hard to believe because even I was having hard trying to get through at least 15 to 20 meters through the tunnel. I had to be crouching. I'm not a very athletic guy, to be honest. Like I'm not like damn. I'm not built for cardio. Like, I can lift stuff, like heavy stuff, but when it comes to running, guys, I can't, guys. I can't. Anyway, I was really engrossed in everything I was absorbing from the War Remnants Museum. I was trying to piece everything together, like understanding the whole history of Vietnam. And somehow I lost my passport in the middle of the trip. And I was just watching Young Sheldon. Y'all know that show? It's a great show, by the way. I was just watching Young Sheldon, and I was just thinking, okay, wait, I need to get my passport ready for the trip, for the flight back home, because I was going back home in 5 days. I could not find it. I was like, but it's fine. I was like, I'll find it. It's here. It's definitely... Nope, it was not there, guys. I tore my entire bedroom apart within an hour, and I still could not find it. I asked for my mom and my sister's help. They could not find it. I asked the tour guide's van to check if my passport's inside, and it was not there. I was freaking out, guys. Freaking out to the point where I took frequent walks, such as this. I've just lost my passport. I said a whole lot of stuff, guys. I don't even know what I was saying. I was just coping. It's not there. Anyway, I was devastated. Obviously, I was still devastated the next day, definitely. But I feel like the feelings that were involved got lesser and lesser, and it just got easier. But I was still so sad because it wasn't the fact that I lost my passport, but I also lost my way back home. I had to be sent back to the Philippines, given that I did lose my passport, and it would have taken at least 1 month to 2 months. And for me to even go back to the Philippines, guys, I had to stay another 2 weeks in Vietnam. Imagine just spending 2.5 months just waiting for a little booklet. I had realized the value of that tiny little, guys, like shiny notebook over here, guys. This leather bound book is so important, guys. Let me tell you, do not repeat the same mistake I did, because I was devastated. I was in the dumps for 3 days. I did nothing in Vietnam. I was just in my room, or whenever I was out, I was just around my hotel area. So like within those 3 days, I had to go to the police station, file a report. Thankfully, I had a local resident which helped me speak to the Vietnamese police, because I was downright scared, man. I could not speak, and I was so thankful, grateful to God that I had a local with me, because they were so much nicer after the locals talking to them, and it just made things so much easier. The police report couldn't be signed on the day, so we had to wait till Monday. It was a Saturday, by the way. I was like thinking, why can't I get it now? Why can't I get it now? I want to go back home and get this passport process done and over with. The next day, my tour guide texts me and he tells me, "We have found your passport." It was in the shelves of the souvenir shop, and I remember, guys, take it from me, do not ever take your passport anywhere involving like physical activity or whatever, guys. Find a nice hotel to stay in that is trustable on Klook or trip.com. I don't know, guys. Don't take your passport everywhere. Always keep it in a place that you know will always stay there. I recall now that I was so frustrated with my bag, because my bag was full of like camera stuff, my passport, and a lot of water bottles for my mom and my sister, and I was just trying to arrange it. So I took everything out in the souvenir shop close by in Coochie, and I was just arranging them, and somehow I got everything inside my bag except my passport. To think that such a careless thing caused so much emotional grief and loss and devastation. It could have been avoided, guys. Like I tell you, I wish I had been more careful. I wish I had taken my time and made sure that the most important thing was in my bag, and it wasn't. I'm a bit disappointed in myself. But when we got the news, we immediately went to the police station again, and we told them to cancel the report, and thankfully we managed to catch them in time, and they did. Man, that was an eventful trip. I had a roller coaster of emotions. And thankfully, I had 2 days left in Vietnam, but I did want to stay longer after finding my passport. Like, I was starting to love the place again. I wanted to go to like Da Nang, Hanoi, the countryside sort of places area, because I'd only stayed in Ho Chi Minh, District 1. That was my trip in Vietnam. I managed to spend my last few days with my parents. It was quite fun. A lot of food, bought some stuff, but I am never losing my passport again, guys. If I do lose a passport, guys, I'm giving $10 to the first subscriber that subscribes to this video. All right, guys, you hear me? If I lose my passport, I'm Neo. Let's do that. I think that's it for me. My light fell down. Gotta stick it right back up. Y'all see these posters? I love anime. All right, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Goodbye. So you guys, have a good day and have a good night, wherever you are, time zone or time not. I am right here for you guys. Goodbye.